when it comes to Capricorns and Aries, this is conflicts. This is learning processes. This is tensions. But this is also exaltation for the two of them, which means that Aries love being here. So Aries is going to basically strive towards taking initiative, strive towards wanting to be first, strive towards basically taking care of all the responsibilities and burning right to reality, not being around the bush. Now, the Aries can teach the Capricorn to basically, not always look at the details, not always be practical, but always just pull up trigger and then ask questions later. Because Aries don't really think. They don't have time to really think like that. They're sparks, which means you get a light, you get a plug. Feel me? And it's like the Aries right here. Feel me? This is them. This is them. This is them. Every second, every second, every second. So they already have time to basically be practical. Now this is the Leo right here. For me, the Leo is fixed fire. They're gonna stay still. Now, the Aries is gonna do this. The Aries is gonna keep flying. Let me show you what the Aries. Let me show you what the Sagittarius is gonna do. This is what a Sagittarius is gonna do right here. I'm gonna show you right here. See, if the Aries is spark, this is the Leo. This is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is gonna keep flying and shit. Cause they're mutable fire. So that means they can't stay into one position for too long. You gotta move around. So fire signs in general, like they burn right to earth. They burn right to practicality. Then if it don't make sense as far as visions and expressions, so they're not gonna really waste their time as far as getting practical, wasting their time with certain things, trying to analyze things. They feel and see. So that means their vibes is based upon the spiritual spectrum, which means that everybody got a spiritual side of it. But when it comes to earth and fire, see, earth do things on a practical sense. It needs to basically be in their hands for it to make sense. Now fires, they don't really basically care too much about these things because they're gonna basically present themselves anyways. The airs, they gotta think and communicate about the things. Waters, they based upon feelings and emotions. Now water and fire is kind of like the right side, and air and earth is like the left side. So when it comes to these two individuals, they have their own differences, and of course they take matters into their own approach differently. See, the earth is gonna think and communicate, and of course they're gonna get into practicality. See, the fire is gonna basically do things and think later, which is gonna be fire. It's gonna cool off. It's gonna think, and it's gonna basically make sense about it. And when it comes to these two individuals of Capricorn and Aries, these two individuals are pretty much, they're gonna have their differences. They're gonna have a different approach. They are definitely workaholics. They are basically dedicated, determined, of course, bound to get things done, all about their responsibilities and things that matter. See, the Aries can basically take the Capricorn places, let them adventure and of course explore, take risks and things that matter. Because Capricorns don't want to take risks. Capricorns always have a tug of war. Capricorns always want to basically think practical. Capricorn will always want to basically get to the top, but of course they always gonna take their time. Of course, that's gonna be the differences between